Welcome to The Lock Shop with Nielson and Hustler.
All right, it is 11:02. Thank you very much for being here on The Lock Shop. If you're listening on EdmontonSportsTalk.com, on our audio player over there, or TuneIn, or iHeart, tell your friends how easy it is to listen. The Lock Shop, much like Edmonton Sports Talk, is powered by Play Alberta. If you've not yet used our July codes, deposit $20, get $50. Use the code EST Sports. You can also dabble in the casino. I know a few of the guys around the office playing in the casino this morning.
Yeah, one might be right now.
Yeah, well, there's a few guys. To be honest with you, the casino has been more of a hit around here than I really thought it would be.
Really?
Yeah. Well, Reed's always got his systems, and then
trying to crack the code.
Nanso loves the baccarat, and
Nanso switched to roulette. I think it's comforting for Nanso right now.
Okay,
he needs it.
He's in a little bit of rough shape today.
He gave it his all yesterday.
Yeah, when EST Afternoons begins today, I want everybody in the chat to be using cap locks. It's like it's screaming. I don't know if he'll be able to. I don't know if he'll be able to handle that well.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm a little tired now.
Yeah,
but I had a really good sleep last night. I was asleep by like 8:30.
Well, that's the nice thing about that 8 a.m. shotgun.
You got to do the 8 a.m.
You can't get into the afternoon shotguns because then it's a runaway.
It's a mess. I was thinking about if you just ran the math on it. Say you tee off at 2 in the afternoon. You're coming in around 7:38. You're having dinner. You're still drinking. And by the time you get home, it's after midnight. This is way better.
Way better.
I was in here today earlier than I've been in here since we opened. Because at 4 o'clock, I woke up. I'm like, man, I just got 8 hours of sleep. I'm fully rested. So I got up. I was in here before the boys today. It was kind of nice.
Should just have a tournament every day.
Maybe that'll be the key. That'll be the key.
Tammy would love it.
Yeah, that's a good one. Northside Sandwiches. I couldn't find the over on Dusty Rum and Cokes at Play Alberta yesterday.
He hit it. I
did hit the over. It would have been nice to get some action on it.
What did we set it at? So that would have been 23.
It was 10 and a half, so it would have been 22 ounces.
So 22 plus ounces, and you smashed it.
Well, you know what, though? I didn't get it. I did say from start to finish.
It was the whole day.
I was at 9 coming off the course. And then,
because I checked in, we crossed paths at the first and 10th hole.
Yeah,
I think you were at 7.
I was at 6. I think when you asked me,
okay.
I was on 5 and 6.
5 and 6,
and then, you know what? Ended up pushing through with like during the dinner and hanging out after. I was at 15 when HR Daddy was finally like, "Let's get you home."
God bless HR Daddy.
Yeah, no, it was it was a lot of fun. I thought it was a great time. You were with the Play Alberta crew.
Yeah.
Good people, right?
You know, speaking of this presented by EST is powered by Play Alberta. They are. And I just want to, and I'll probably dive into this a bit more on the Reed Wilkins show. Hey, El Presidente. This group really cares about EST. They are all in, to use a phrase that they would be familiar with.
Yeah.
On EST. It's so interesting to see. And like even Cam from GCL Diesel.
He's a beauty too. They have a whole team out there. That's good.
Great looking shirts too.
The great shirts. I saw Mike. Your shirt's still on for some reason. Last year we had it off.
Tarps off with the Normology, who we'll probably touch on here too as well. But for them to come, and it was the group. It was everybody that, is the top of the top of Play Alberta was there. For them to see what this is all about and what EST is and the family that EST is, they were in shock and awe when, and specifically this, because I talked about this with my buddy Sickler on the ride home.
I was surprised he usually has business meetings.
He was on the phone all day. He had earbuds.
He was always working.
But I said, tell me this. after a golf tournament ends, and let's say you're done the prizes, you're done the banquet, it's okay, thanks, guys. Thanks for coming. You're out of there.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
Not this one, and certainly not directly into a EST chant.
Oh, I missed that. I was late getting back.
Or a standing ovation, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they stood up and they were all looking at each other in shock. Like, what are we witnessing? Who are these people? Yeah. And I kept telling them that they're like degenerates like us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
that's why it goes
our
so
family. This is why it works, is because of the people. So credit to all the nasties that were there. Credit to the nasties that are in the chat or just listening on the audio stream. They are very, very impressed with what EST has brought to the table, to say the least. So slow clap for all you guys and ladies out there. It was a great day and great people. Like Jordan might be the nicest person I've ever met.
He's a nice dude. He's a busy guy, but he's really nice.
And you know what the nice thing was, Dusty? They just came off a heater of a weekend down because they're big partners with the Stampede.
They're hitting the Stampede too.
They came off a heater.
Yeah.
So they were like, no, they didn't really drink at all.
Yeah.
So it was a great day for me.
Jordan goes to me, he goes, yeah, I haven't had a drink. He goes, I'm just from Stampede. I'm going home to go to bed.
He was crushing Diet Pepsis. And it was a good day for me because that, settled me down. I didn't have to dive into a crew because you don't want to be the guy that's not like, well,
one way or the other, right?
But when the crew you're with.
You could have been the guy who was just hammer drinks by himself.
Well, Maddie McPhee and I did dabble in for sure.
He's a great guy too.
Really good dude.
Yeah.
It was an awesome day. And Maddie deserves so much credit. Owanek. I mean,
it's almost like he kind of does it all by himself.
Well, yeah.
And we kind of help when he needs us to help stuff, but that's his tourney.
I know, but here's the thing with him is him and it's like, I want to do it my way, so I'm just going to do it myself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Which
true.
is fine. It's a lot of pressure on him, but man.
Yeah, but when it gets done well, that's okay.
I went around and talked with different tables and introduced myself to nasties that I haven't met yet. And they all were just, this tournament was amazing. Like the course experience wasn't too fast, wasn't too slow. It was good. It was regimented. Maddie started getting the tables going for supper as soon as they came in. Yeah, he
did. They were pretty much all the tables were done by the time I got back.
Yeah. Which was a power move. Yeah. I liked that. It was awesome. It was great. And for me, Dusty, personally, last year I wasn't a full-on member yet of the team. So it was a completely different experience for me this year. And it was just so awesome. It's such an encouraging day for especially somebody that's new to broadcasting to hear such praise from all you nasties out there. It was just a great day. I was overflowing.
Ducky texts in and says, I was snoring on my couch at 5 p.m. My wife videotaped me, but I was at least able to get the trophy a good home. So there he is. He's got the trophy on his mantle at the fireplace. They were minus 18, the guys who won it. The guys who won last year were minus 18. They were minus 17
Paramount
this year.
Flooring.
Paramount Flooring.
Jill and her team.
They had a good time.
They love Trev. They hit a home run getting Trev. They said
some very kind. I know they were kind of in it a little bit. But they said some very kind things to me too. I was like, wow, you guys are really nice people.
They are. They're a great family. And a family business.
Yeah.
And the Paramount Flooring hole, that was that one up on the hill.
Up atop there, yeah.
Gave away. But did you have one of their meat sticks?
No, I went with the small bag of chocolate chip cookies instead.
Oh, of course. The famous Amos.
They said that the meat sticks were
the
amazing.
Meat sticks were world class. Yeah. I've never had a meat stick like that.
Damn it. I should have had that then.
Dude, it was high quality meat stick. This was no hot rod.
Yeah.
Our
group, we finished 14 under. We had 36 mulligans.
What?
The guys had 36 mullies. The one guy bought 12 mulligans, and all the other guys had 8 mulligans.
Did you use them all?
They used every. We had one left going into the final hole, and we used it.
Good for you.
I don't know if it paid. It didn't pay off. We still took a par on the 16th, 15th. But yeah, they had 36 mullies. The one guy spent like $180.
Wow.
Had a ton of mullies. So I thought we were going to take a run at the whole thing. But 14 under wasn't even good for top 3.
We finished 10 under, and we finished with 5 birdies in a row.
Really?
We got off to a slow start.
God, it sounds like it.
We couldn't hit a putt to save our lives. But then we finished on a real heater, so it was a positive day. That day's really one of the best.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It's right up there, man. Like,
and you were saying okay, so now the majors, the EST majors, 2 are complete. Curling, golf.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it's curling,
Maddie
golf.
considers curling one of the majors.
Yeah,
it's going to be
the
a
Super Bowl
staple.
parties like the Tour Championship.
Yeah, sure.
It's
that's
like
right. The FedEx Cup,
the honorary 5th major.
Yeah, because it's a banger.
Yeah. So and then now the Estes and
Nasty Bash is next.
Nasty Bash.
Estes. Now
I have to broadcast a football game the day after the Nasty Bash in a different city.
Whoa.
It's only Calgary.
So I'll wake up and drive down.
I'm gonna wake up and drive down, and then
going Baptist.
We're gonna be baptized.
Minister one night and play by play the next night.
So we'll see. I'll have to make sure the voice stays strong at the Nasty Bash. But yeah, Nasty Bash will be August 8th. And I don't know if Maddie's had people start emailing him to come or whatever yet, but
there's an Elks game that night.
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna be doing.
So we're gonna be doing pre and post from there. That's gonna be interesting.
They're on the road.
Yeah, it'll be great. Yeah. We'll be doing it live.
Are they out
there.
east?
Dusty, I couldn't even tell you that far ahead.
Well, because you guys are on the air too. It's a Friday. Yeah.
But we'll be doing it live from there.
Yeah, from the
hopefully if it's nice
Club.
night, we'll do it from the patio so we can get a little bit out of the fray.
Man, if we could get the weather.
Yeah, it's an EST event. The weather will be dialed in. Have no fear. And you said you're looking forward to the Estes more than the Nasty Bash.
Because I think there's a little bit more surprise at the Estes.
Yeah, I'm
the
looking forward to the
Bash
Estes
is like a hall
too.
party.
Yeah,
and you just know how it goes. But the Estes, you never know what happens at the Estes. Right?
I'm looking forward to the Estes as well because Reed and I are coming for that Show of the Year title.
Oh wow, bold call!
I said it last year. Hey, we should.
I wonder what the odds. I was just gonna say. I wonder what the odds would be on Show of the Year. You know what show I know would be a long shot. This one, the Lock Shop gets no love ever.
I think you're still the heavy favorite.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see. Who
knows? The Reed World Order might step up and make things happen.
He's got a huge following. I mean, probably have it. Reed Wilkins to win Rookie of the Year. Minus what?
500
at least.
Hey, can I? So I mentioned something to the Play Alberta people yesterday.
Okay.
Said, hey, I'm just wondering if this can happen because I, as a not lifelong, but long-time sports.
Is this Tecmo League?
No. I didn't
was
go
your
that
big chance.
I didn't go that far, but it was cool to get a little behind-the-scenes look because Jordan handles it a lot. Like he's very hands-on with numbers and with how things are going and
the Play Alberta team in general is not a huge group.
No,
it's fun. Like it's a small, tight-knit group.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah,
running that. And then they have their crew overseas that is the book. And it's crazy. It's pretty neat. But I asked them about next year's EST Golf Classic.
Okay.
We can put a little something together. So I suggested a hole-in-one, yes or no. Will there be a hole-in-one at the EST Golf Classic?
Yeah, that's a good one because
yes can't really, or no.
You can't really rig that one.
No, well, somebody could cheat.
Yeah, but we got to have people.
You'd have to have spotters there.
Yeah.
But he's like, and they you could see their wheels turning between Curtis and Jordan.
Yeah.
They're like, ooh, I think we can. And then
I think we could do that.
And then they talked to Carly. They're like, Carly, would this be because she's a little bit more with the AGLC side? Yeah. And then Jordan's like, hey, I think we can do it, but it might not be available on the book. It might have to be a different way. So we're gonna talk to him about it.
Maybe like at the tournament,
something like that. Yes,
something
and he
like
said he could put together a whole list of specials for the EST Golf Classic. We could have you could have a little bit of a Calcutta aspect to this.
Yeah,
where if you knew the foursomes, you could place on who you think's going to win. Is Paramount Flooring going to come back and regain the title? Right?
Yeah, that's you never know. I don't know.
But think of the options. Like, why are we not putting, having our title sponsor, the presenting sponsor?
I think if you put groups in, let's say you put this year's champion in, and then Paramount Flooring in because they won the year before,
or the field.
Yeah, something like that. But then I think if you were to go those two, you gotta monitor it some way.
Yeah,
I mean, it's easy to say trust everybody, which I do, But, the booze start flowing. And, I guess the last thing we need is EST caught in golf tournament scandal with Play Alberta.
Play Alberta at the helm.
I don't know if that's the wisest decision.
But a simple hole in one, yes or no. What would yes be? Plus 10,000?
Yeah, probably around there.
And no would be minus 5,000?
That's an easy one to do because you just have
to have somebody
official
sitting.
monitor right down by the green. There's 5 par 3s. Done.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun, actually.
Can you imagine, though?
Well, because we all wager.
Everybody's going to be
We're all going to hammer it. And then we're all cheering for everybody to get a hole in one.
If somebody hits it, the whole course would erupt.
That would be pretty good.
I like that. I think we should definitely do that next year. And he said it's quite possible.
Okay, that's good. I like that. All right, we've got all in all, it was a really good day. And thank you to everybody who came. If you didn't come, hopefully maybe you can come in the future, or maybe make it out to a Nasty Bash or the Estes. We're going to have a ton of room at the Estes because we're going to have Garneau Theater again, and it should be a pretty good time. Not as good as time as betting on the Blue Jays right now, though.
Woo-wee.
Man.
What a wagon.
The Jays are just, and it's not even like we're doing anything special. They've won 10 in a row.
It's great.
Like, it's just one of these, when I say all-time heater on the Jays, technically it is, because tonight they can tie their all-time franchise win streak.
Seriously?
Yes. Yeah, so if they win tonight, it's 11 in a row.
Huh.
It would tie the all-time franchise win streak. So it's not like we're picking all these great bets along the way. We're just riding a heater for the Blue Jays, and it's incredible.
And my account's rising. It's
absolutely
been beautiful.
Incredible.
I'm on both your plays. I'm on the early bird bet. I'm on Dusty's play of the day. If you want, you can go over them and what you have on them.
Yeah, we'll get those are up in the EST specials page. It's
but you said on Monday,
talk about that teaser too
on this lock shop.
Just mix them in.
You said whatever you're betting, just throw in a Jays money line.
Yes,
I mean they're playing the White Sox, for goodness sake. Dusty, where did this come from? Because I remember the disdain in you were just saddened at the start of the season when they got off to that rough start. Where is this Blue Jays team coming out?
We had Keegan Matheson on this morning, and he goes, I thought they'd be a 500 team.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, it just seems like they're getting consistent contributions from everyone, right? There's no, he said today he thinks prior to the trade deadline, they should add a bit of star power with a bat. But outside of that, he says he absolutely loves the team. Right? I asked him this morning, I said, let's just rip off the Band-Aid here. Are the Jays legitimate World Series contenders? And he said, yeah.
Really?
He said, they are. So, yeah. And then they got this great schedule right now. Like, the competition is not that difficult right now. It was. They swept the Yankees.
Crazy.
So, they've beaten some good teams along the way. But right now today, there'll be no Springer and no Kirk. I think both those guys aren't playing today. So, here's what we've got. The early bird bet is up. Jays to win, over 4.5 team total runs. I might be getting a little overzealous there just because no Springer and Kirk, but everybody's contributing. So over 4.5 team total runs, and then a Barger hit. That's plus 205. And then Dusty's play of the day. And you got to move quick on this because this game starts at noon.
That's right.
And we're going to be able to watch it during the oil stream. And on the oil stream today, I know Reed and Tommy were following the Isaac Howard availability. Hopefully I'll have some of that for you on the oil stream today as well. Barger with 1+ RBI, so that's over 0.5 RBIs, plus 111. And that he's awesome. So
it's been making you a lot of money.
Let's just keep hitting. Let's just keep hitting the Jays right now.
I'm going to be going just a little teaser. I'm going to be going back to the Calgary Stampede chuckwagon well.
Are you going to go back?
Oh yeah. We hit.
How much? So did you just pick somebody, or did you look into it a little bit?
No. And we watch the Chucks every night at our house because they're on at 8. It's a good way for us to sit around and watch something we all like and settle the girls down. Just have a nice little family time. So yeah, we love the Chuckwagon. We love the Calgary Stampede. It's always been a favorite in the Milne house.
When I lived on the farm, we'd watch the Stampede every night.
Yeah,
same type of thing.
I've watched it since I was a little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually the brick behind the buck and shoots.
Does it wrap with the Chucks?
Oh yeah. The Chucks are at 8, and then they have like the evening show, which is after the Chucks. They have like a concert, and whatnot, where they roll out a stage right onto the where the chuck wagons go around the barrels.
And then that's it?
Then that's it for the night.
The rodeo is before?
Rodeo starts at 1 every day. I would be all over the rodeo bets.
Rodeo started so...
Dusty, I would be all over the rodeo bets. In fact, on Monday, when I wanted to do the rodeo bet, I picked the barrel racer, and her odds were plus 225. They're going to boost it to like plus...
Did she win?
Of course.
Oh, no.
But then they got back to me and said, we can't because it's already started.
Damn.
Yeah. So we're going to see what we can get. We're going to ride Chance Vegan again for Jay's play of the day.
Back to the Chucks. Is this guy Don?
Tonight.
He's the McDavid.
He missed last night, but he didn't. Like, these guys have different sets of horses.
Yeah.
So he was running in a younger set last night.
He was running his B team last night.
He was running his C team.
Really?
He's going back to the A team tonight, but right now he's plus 200.
How many sets of horses do these guys have?
2 for sure.
Yeah.
Probably 3. And it depends at different races because there's 10 nights of racing with this. So he's been having a very successful week.
Yeah.
He'll probably be in the dash for the cash.
Yeah, Final 4, yeah.
The Final 3 now. It's only 3.
3 now?
They only do 3 because it's safer, supposedly.
Welcome to Chucks in 2025.
Yeah. It's canceled.
Really?
Canceled.
There's only 3? How long has it been 3?
I
guess that shows how long it's been.
A year or two, Dusty.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
They canceled the 4-barrel. There you go.
Yeah, jeez. Wow.
But he's at plus 200 right now, and the Play Alberta team is going to boost that. So we're going to have the best odds on Chance Vegan for Jay's play of the day.
All right, well, there we go.
Let's go, baby.
Be able to find that. Yeah, the Jays have been absolutely
Chance
wrong.
Vegan is my version of your Blue Jays.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they just, I don't keep doing anything. I just sprinkle in different players into these parlays. And when all of them get a hit pretty much every night, they just keep hitting.
Like Chance Vegan, the winner, like the overall winner at the end of the week, he's minus 125, which in horse racing, a minus is ridiculous. So
I got to share this story a little bit. I haven't talked about this much, but my best friend since grade 2 is sick.
Okay.
He's going through cancer. And he was supposed to have a chemo treatment today. And when he's in chemo, I usually send him a parlay.
Oh.
I'm like, hey, joined us on the Duke parlay.
Okay.
So he texts me today. His chemo's been delayed a week. So he says we're going through some stuff. And he texts me and he goes, so this week I'm just recouping and betting daily on the Jays.
Hey, let's
go. So that's his thing right now. He's just recouping so he can hit chemo one more time and it'll be his final treatment next week. And he's like, so all I do is sit around, recoup the old blood cells so we can hit chemo next week. And he's betting on the Jays.
Yes.
So I actually, he's into CFL now too.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about that because your teaser.
By the way,
here,
Jordy, I love you, buddy. I'm thinking of you. Okay.
Get well, man. The teaser, Dusty CFL teaser.
Yeah. How good is that? 6-1.
I think it should be illegal.
How did
you get these odds?
I don't know.
How'd you tease Calgary to plus 11.5?
Well, so basically,
the thing here is you're under. I think that's, but it's still 57.5.
Yeah, but good. I'm glad you brought this up because, was it Awanakin with me the next 2 days?
I think so.
Okay. And we'll definitely do a lot of CFL. But when we did the show Monday, the CFL lines weren't out.
That's right.
Right. So we were kind of guessing. So the CFL lines are out. We'll break those down in a second. But what I did was I just made a 6-point teaser. So I just added 6 to all, both legs in all 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
So Calgary, this is the stunning one. Calgary was a 5.5 point dog on the road in Regina. So I took it. So with the 6-point teaser, took that up to 11.5.
They might win that game.
They could win that. And I get 11.5. So, and this is why I decided. So the total was 51.5.
Okay.
And it's always scary, especially when last week in all CFL games averaged 63 points. So it's scary to take even a boosted under, but I moved that game up to 57.5 points and I took the under. Calgary's defense allowed 20 points per game.
Yeah.
They allowed 20, slightly less than 20 points per game. So I think that game, even if the Riders end up winning it, I think it's like a max. I mean, I'm calling the game. I'd love it to be 44-41, but I think it's more like a 27-20. At max, right? So I moved that. So I put Calgary at 11.5, then took the under 57.5. And then the other 2 games, the Ticats opened at 4.5. And this is locked in. I told the guys, lock this in. So even if there's line movement, it doesn't matter. We've got this number locked in. They're leaving it up until kickoff on Friday. So get on it. it's plus 600. So the Ticats opened at 4.5 point favorites, moved them to 1.5 point dogs at home, and then took the over down from 53.5 to 47.5. Bo's going to throw the ball 35 times in that game. Drew Brown's probably going to throw the ball 40 times in that game. I'll be shocked if the Red Blacks and Ticats aren't over 47.5. I even like it over 53.5 if you just want to stand alone. So 47.5 there. And then the Elks. And what do you think about this? The Elks are 4.5 point home dogs.
I thought it would be closer to 3. I would take that, because I honestly think if the Elks play the way they played last week or close to, both defense and offense, I think they win outright.
They could win, yeah.
Yeah, but that's the question. I'm of the belief that this team has improved since week 1 every week. Now, this is the next test. Because at the same time, I also think that BC has regressed since they played in week 1. I don't think BC is, their defense is being
BC
shoddy.
Was missing Rourke there for a while.
Yeah, but Rourke was...
He hasn't lit the world on fire.
It hasn't lit it on fire yet again. Now, is Edmonton the teeing off spot for him to start looking like the old Nathan Rourke? I guess we'll see.
Okay, so it opened at 4.5. This is why we always say, especially in the CFL, look at the odds early in the week because you're going to see movement. So Calgary and the Riders are still sitting at 5.5, no movement. Ticats were 4.5 point favorites. They're now 5.5 point favorites. So on the teaser, we already are up a point. And then Edmonton has gone from a 4.5 point home underdog to a 3 point home dog.
That's what it should
means
be.
The money has been coming in on Edmonton. And that's why
what
they
it
had
should
to
be.
adjust that line.
That's why, like this, when you're getting Edmonton at plus 10.5, like that's going to hit. BC, the over, I think, the only thing that concerns me is a runaway in Saskatchewan. A runaway in points. And it would take a lot, but...
Here's another, can I give you another reason?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll be over 50, like 58 points is a lot.
It is.
Like that's 38-20 or 35. Like that's a lot of points. I think the other reason that I'm not overly concerned about not hitting the under 57.5, and you'll be able to tell in my call if that game gets to 59 points. I'm like, damn it, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh, by the way, hold your thought.
Okay.
When you're calling the Elks game and Trey threw his second touchdown, you're like, I think there'll be some people happy about that touchdown pass.
Oh, did I say that?
Yeah. Because on our play, we had 2+ passing touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it was correlated. Maddie and I were like, that scene.
For the most part, my mind does operate on a betting perspective, which is why I think the CFL should really let me lean into it.
Yeah.
Like,
why not?
From when a player hits his over, because I have them all written down. The player hits his over and be like, boom, that's the over for Geno Lewis. 5 catches, said 4.5.
Right.
Right. Like
that you're not though.
No, well, I mean, they haven't said no, but I guess I could push the limit and see if anybody dials me back a little bit.
Ask for forgiveness later.
This is what football is about.
Yes, it's about sports betting.
There's no better sport for betting than football. North of the border, south of the border, it doesn't matter. But here's the other reason.
Yeah.
Dedrick Mills, AJ Ouellette, both outstanding on the ground. I think a lot of this game could be conducted the business offensively with the 2 running backs.
Eats the clock.
So that's why I think maybe I'm way off, but I don't think
I like it.
I don't think we see VA and Trevor Harris combined for 700 passing yards.
We're just picking the nit here. I really do think it's a good parlay.
It's a good parlay because of the number. It's 6-1. And we're sitting here with the 6 different legs talking about one of them maybe not hitting. So I think the plus 600, I mean, even if you're doubting it, you got to get a piece of it. Because I think that number should be more like plus 350.
Yes.
And it's at 6-1.
Can I ask?
Thank you very much and smash it.
Okay. Ducky in the inbox. He says, just signed up for Play Alberta. How awesome was it that they were there yesterday? Amazing.
Yeah, I like that.
Awesome, Ducky. T. Kirk headed to the Stampede, checked out the rodeo on Sunday. Anita Ellis was lightning fast. She's probably the projected winner in the women's barrel racing. Jay better be putting together a Sunday special for the Stampede. I'm all about that. Now, here's a question to you. Can I email Play Alberta on the weekend and put together a special?
I'm pretty sure. Here, let me ask the guys. Can we message you specials on Saturday and Sunday?
Because if that's the case, I'm putting together, because you don't know who's in the...
You're going to try to parlay all the winners?
I'm going to throw something together.
That would be kind of fun.
It'd be huge. Because it's only the final 3. So I could do it on the Sunday, because I think in the Sunday in the morning they have like the wild card.
Yeah.
And then Sunday afternoon, there's 2 rodeos on Sunday. There's the morning wild card, and then there's the championship in the afternoon. I could put together a
What's
banger.
the wild card? Somebody comes on a wild card and gets into the championship?
Yeah, it's
like one final spot?
One final spot.
I like that.
Have they changed it this year? I don't know.
You'd have to move quickly on that after.
But either way, Soapkirk, I'm going to do my best to put together a Sunday banger. Because I can I think I can say who's going to win in the barrel racing. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to say who's going to win in the chucks. And tie down roping. There's a few contenders.
Yeah,
that are pretty ahead of the field.
Tie down roping is incredible to me.
It's insane. All of it's pretty amazing. Like when you watch a guy get on a bucking bronc without a saddle, and they're getting ragdolled. Like it's just you and I would break in half.
The one that impresses me the most is, I guess, in team roping.
Ooh,
where somebody you got to
head it and you got to
rope the legs.
Yeah.
Like how do you get that under, like that is
timing?
That's incredible.
So the first person's the header.
Yeah.
Get it around the head, and then the healer has to time when that guy's legs are up.
Out.
Yeah, it is.
That must take an insane amount of practice.
But they do it pretty routinely.
Yeah, like there's not many misses.
Yeah, I'm a big bulldog and steer wrestling.
Yeah,
that's my favorite. A lot of those guys are ex-football players or ex-athletes.
Yeah, big thick dudes,
and they're just riding so fast and jumping off,
and then sliding down,
digging their heels in. Yeah. It's just fantastic. If you've never watched the rodeo
is fun, man. Yeah,
give it a try. It's fun, they've really made things a lot safer.
Have they?
Horses,
like we used to rodeo a lot. We used to go to the Cranbrook Rodeo all the time. We'd have other rodeos.
Well, that's what
I haven't been paying attention. I'll just be honest. I haven't been paying attention.
Well, the kids are home right now these days. Like your kids would love it.
They actually probably would like that.
They have the what do they have it? The wild pony, or they got a teams of 3 have to try get on a pony.
Yeah, is that wild horse
chase or whatever? Yeah. And it's middle of the rodeo. It's fantastic. Waddy in Cloverdale says they went to 3 because they made, this is barrel race or chuckwagons. They went to 3 because they made the track smaller from the 5/8 of a mile track they had when they hosted thoroughbred and standard bred racing. So well then that makes more sense than just being soft and maybe it didn't get canceled, Dusty, but we can still say it.
Northside Sandwich says I was surprised to see the bull riders wearing helmets. Yeah, they've been doing that for a long time.
They've been doing that for a while, and they should. My God,
those who used to get on those bulls without a helmet.
Oh,
like for the guys who, does anybody do it without a helmet?
There were JB Mooney for a long time. He's retired now, but he, I think for a while, was just rocking a cowboy hat and usually had a heater in his mouth before he'd get the shoot.
I saw one of the bull riders, his pickup truck and camper drove by me on the Henday the other day.
Yeah.
Can't remember his name.
They all just, that's how they roll. I mean,
most of them are making money in Alberta, right?
Well, they went from Ponoka to Calgary.
Yeah.
So they have day 1, day 2, Group A, Group B, Group C. So the people that are in Group A will compete for their 3 days, but they're done like last week or like Monday.
Yeah.
So they're off to Montana and they're in a rodeo.
But if they're final, they come back up?
And then they come back up to Canada for the final.
Really?
They rodeo all week. They don't sit there.
That's a tough life, man.
It is. I mean, and you know what's funny? They showed a clip of I forget who it was, but they showed him years ago in the 80s winning a tie-down roping championship, and it was $100,000 in the 80s. They'd give the winner
$100,000 in the 80s.
Yeah, and when my wife was the Stampede princess, it was $100,000.
Like, she was a Stampede princess.
Yes,
I'm sorry, I didn't know this.
You didn't know that?
I did not know this.
I got to bring in some pictures.
She was the Stampede princess?
Yeah, in 06.
How did she get elected that? And what were the odds?
She wanted to do it. She came up to U of A to play Pandas basketball. That's where we met.
Yeah.
But that was always a lifelong dream of hers. And, you know,
to be Stampede princess?
Yep.
Okay.
And she
so
grew
was
up
there
in
a
Calgary.
competition?
Oh, yeah. Rigorous. Like runway, then like eating.
A talent?
And like, talent, public speaking. Because that night show, she'd have to speak in front of 25,000 people.
Yeah. So in Cranbrook, for Sam Steele days, they do a sweetheart competition, they call it. And both my mom and both my sisters competed in the sweethearts.
Okay.
Yeah. I think my sister Candace finished second.
Oh.
Yeah, she finished second.
So at the Stampede, they used to have a queen and two princesses.
Yeah.
Now it's just a princess. They took away the queen and the two princesses.
Really?
That got canceled. But so they usually do it offsetting hair colors.
Did you know her then?
Yeah, we were dating for several years. Actually, we got engaged during the Stampede.
While she was princess.
And they lost their minds. They were so pissed off.
You were the first boy of Stampede.
Well, no, because they're like they want their princesses and queens to not have any on their finger, you know.
But you're smart.
I'm like, screw that. I'm putting something on this
it's
now.
It's Stampede week and she's the princess. Will
that
you marry me?
They were actually pissed off.
Were they?
Yeah, they were like.
So what, you get engaged like day 2 of the Stampede?
No, but just before it. Before it, yeah. Because we weren't going to see each other for a while because she's so busy. But I locked that down prior to. But so the queen, Cheryl, was a brunette. And then the two princesses, April and Terry, were blondes.
Okay.
So they usually do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should bring in a picture.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you think...
She was also the touchdown rider, the horse rider for the Stamps.
What?
For a year.
She rode Quick Six for a year?
Yeah, because
I did not know any of this.
Sharon Drake, who rides it.
Yeah. That's Drake's Chelsea Drake
is now her daughter's riding it.
Yeah.
But that's not Sharon Drake. Anyways,
Chelsea Drake's the one who's riding it now.
Yeah, but her mom was pregnant with Chelsea.
Okay.
Or no, Jack, their boy.
And that's why your wife...
April, so she couldn't ride. So she asked April, who was down there doing the Stampede stuff, to ride it. So she rode it for a year doing the Stampede
Quick Six care if she was engaged or not?
Quick Six ran... Hey, you want to hear the best story ever? So I would go down there a lot. Like I was down number 2 so much that year. For obvious reasons. You want to see each other.
Yeah.
And I would go down there and I'd be her hand. I'd help her at the games. You know, somebody's there to, hey, get me my water. Because you can't get off the horse. Because you never know when a touchdown is going to happen.
Oh, so you got to be ready to go.
You got to be ready to go.
Good point. Yeah.
But they always run the horse with the Canada flag during the national anthem. Behind the bench and then up to the end and back. The normal track.
I saw it this week. It was down in the corner and then come back.
And there's always, there's police officers on the sideline looking up into the stands. Yeah. As they should, looking for stuff happening. But during the national anthem, the police officers know Quick Six, and Quick Six is running. Like there's not a trot. You're going. So the officers move to the wall, right up to it, so Quick Six can come by. Well, there must have been a new guy on the scene that didn't get the memo. And you're told, don't try and stop, don't try and move, run the person over. Because you could hurt the horse, you could hurt the rider.
Just blow them up.
And April blew up this police officer, this Calgary police officer, hat flying, everything like a yard sale. And the crowd in the middle of the national anthem erupts, like cheering and clapping. Well, it's like when a referee trips. It's like, So she felt awful, but it was a spectacle for sure.
That is, man. So do you think if you wouldn't have asked her to marry you before Stampede, would you have ended up? Would your life be different?
Probably.
She would have married a bull rider.
She would have been swooped. No, they're too short. Oh, yeah. She would have been swooped away by a chuckwagon driver or something, or a bulldogger.
That's man, that's crazy. Yeah. I love it. That's a great story. All right, so what do we got? We got about 12, 13 minutes left. If you've not yet used our code over at Play Alberta, and for who was the guy who said he just signed up today? Ducky. Make sure you use that code. Yes. You can use it one time. The YEG50 code. Deposit $5. Use the code YEG50. And you'll get a $50 free bet. And then our monthly codes, EST Sports, deposit 20, get 50. EST Casino, deposit 20, get 50 as well. Download the Play Alberta app if you haven't already. I did say that we want to toss the Jays in on pretty much everything right now, but the Jays game is going to be starting right away.
Do it. Do both.
Well, yeah, I mean, get on those ones that we have out right now. But you're not going to be in the lock shop for the next 2 days. So let's just do this. Sure. Give me your best CFL bet on the board right now, and I'll give you one, and we'll just do a 2-gamer. And it could be total, it can be anything.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Well, okay. Right off the bat, Elks money line.
That's a plus number, too.
Too valuable, plus 129.
Okay.
And Stamps to cover, 5.5. Boom.
Stamps, 5.5.
Elks money line.
And Elks money line. That's plus 326.
Not bad.
Yeah, that'll be good. We'll probably get it boosted.
Hey,
so that's just like an all Alberta play.
What did you say? Let's throw in a Jays money line.
Throwing the Jays today?
Why not?
Okay, we got to get on it quick though, because you have to bet in the next 15 minutes.
Sorry, it won't really do much for our listeners.
I mean, if we did it, that's too quick a turnaround. I think you have like 10 minutes to bet it. We'll just do this as an all Alberta play.
I like it.
Actually, wait a second.
Ooh. I saw your eyebrows.
Well, I was just saying, there's no long-term futures on Stampede right now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, then let's throw in your chuckwagon guy or whoever you said.
Chance Vegan. Winner aggregated. If you go to Calgary Stampede, go to chuckwagons. Chance Vegan, winner aggregated.
Minus 125. There. See, because that's a full Alberta.
This is the Alberta
That gives
special.
us... Okay, so... Okay, let me send this over here.
You're a marketer extraordinaire.
Yeah, this is...
They'll boost the hell out of that.
Yeah.
That'll be
so what do we say? Stamps?
Stamps plus 5.5.
5.5.
Elks money line.
You know what? I'm going to move the Stamps to 6.5. Just in case.
Why not?
6.
Yeah.
Stamps 6.5. Elks money line.
Yeah.
And then what do I say?
Chance with a S, CHNSE.
Cool.
Of course.
That's cool.
That's Chuckwagons. Vegan, VIGEN.
Okay.
Winner, Chuckwagons. Winner aggregated, Chucks.
Winner aggregated, Chuckwagons.
This is awesome.
There we go.
This will take you right till Sunday night when the Elks game's on.
That's the thing.
And the Chuckwagons are on.
You could be having this dual Elks Chance Vegan sweat going on Sunday night. I'll be at the Elks game Sunday night.
Oh, man.
I'll be in the crowd and Tam would be like, why are you on your phone? We're at the game together. Get off your phone. And I'll say, I'm trying to follow what's happening in the Chucks.
Are you going as a...
You not understand this?
You're going as a civilian on Sunday? Just going to check out the game? You're not calling it?
Yeah, I'm just going as a fan.
Wow.
A fan of the league.
Wow.
That's what I'm going as.
You going to hit the tailgate up?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to have tailgate.
Sweet.
Probably chirp Tommy.
Yes.
I'm going to wave at Rod in the booth.
Yes.
I'm going to do all the things that people do to me when I'm up there.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to do all that stuff.
Like Reed.
Yeah. I'm going to yell to Gazzola. I'm going to say, where's Rashad? So I look forward to doing that.
Oh, that's great. What do you,
after the game, I'll be down on the field.
What's your, this is a silly question, but you're still a attendees guy even at an Elks game?
I don't know.
Dabble in the pizza?
I haven't been to an Elks game in the stands in 7 years.
Gager's probably there. He can.
Well, we'll definitely go see Gager. I also know they have the Popeyes. They got the Popeyes stand.
That's right.
But I think I'd probably have. There's 2 sizes of dogs, right? I think I'll probably end up having the larger of the dogs.
Like the foot long?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But it's going to be very fun to go to a CFL game.
Oh, I'm
with
excited.
Tam and the kids.
Yeah.
Like I literally, since I started calling games, the only reason I wouldn't do a game here is because I'm doing a game somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first time in 6 years that I'm actually home and not working a game. So we're going to get to...
You're not working a game at all?
No, I'm flying to Regina tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just doing the Friday night. But so I'll be home. That's going to be a lot of fun. I get to take it in. I don't have to wear like a suit to the game or anything.
Are you going to go say hi to your buddies in the media room?
Probably not.
You should say hi.
I mean, like I said, I'll wave to Rod.
Yeah. Okay.
But like, I don't know. I just want to kind of sit there and
just have an experience.
Okay, but here's the thing. As a CFL voice, do I wear like an Elks hat to the game?
Of course you do.
Well, I don't know if what if a Red Black fan sees me and goes, "You're the guy from TSN. Why are you wearing that?"
You're the guy from Edmonton that lives in Edmonton that owns Edmonton Sports Talk.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, I meant BC Lions.
Yeah. Screw the Lions anyways.
I will be cheering for Sean White, though, because he's a beauty.
Oh, he was so good today. He's such a beauty. You know what? I was listening to that, Dusty. You'd be proud of this. While I was on a run.
Whoa, that's nice.
Put in 6K this morning.
Really? Good for you.
Yeah, I have.
Who are you, Hernan Salas?
Well, no, I'm doing the marathon with him.
Yeah, I know.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And I've that holiday blew up my schedule.
Wait, a marathon, that's 21.
Half marathon.
Oh, half marathon. So
Half marathon's 21 kilometers.
Yeah.
I'm going to die.
Oh, you got a ways to go.
I'm dead.
God.
I found out a new system.
I think you need to get in training to like 15.
Yeah, that's
then
where
you
I'm
just
working up
suck
to.
it up.
And then you gut it out. Now, you can walk for a minute here or there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you don't have to run the whole thing.
If you walk, they're not going to eliminate you.
Get out! Give me your badge number.
Unless you're going to win the thing, I think you can walk when you need to walk.
Well, yeah, and somebody asked me. Somebody said, "So what number are you trying to hit?" Like, what do you mean? I'm just trying to cross the damn finish
What
line.
you say is you're going for your PB,
yeah,
personal best.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. My wife used to
Hoping
run
to
half
hit my
marathons
PB.
and stuff.
Did she?
So yeah. She's
Okay.
run some halves.
It was great to see your family yesterday. They were all looking
Oh, they're
great.
having a good time.
Yeah, I told your brother-in-law. I said, Sickler. We had Sickler's kids over at my house. They're in a golf camp together.
Okay,
So that's why we went because we're going to order pizza in and have
that
a little.
makes sense.
Yeah. So I said to him, I'm like, "You're lucky I'm leaving, buddy."
Yeah,
And-
because
and-
last year.
And I told your sister that too. I said,
Yeah.
you should be thankful that I'm leaving early. She's like, I am. Because we got carried away at the roulette table last year.
How bad is this? So my brother-in-law and my dad obviously come to town. My wife gives them a list of things to do around the house that I don't do.
Dusty. Can you give me a few items or one or two?
It gets even worse.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, it was our screen door was sticking a bit.
Mm-hmm.
One toilet had like a leak into the bowl for like 2 years.
Just need a new
Just
flapper.
a small, that type of stuff. The shed door, like the one side where like I could still close it, but the one part where you'd put the lock through was hanging loose, and I'd always just lift it back up, put it together.
Yeah.
So she gave them a list of like 4 or 5 things to do.
How'd they do?
Well, they did pretty good.
Good.
No, but here's even the worst part.
Uh-oh.
They did it. So they're doing it Monday afternoon. So I meet up with them at the mall. They were having lunch and stuff. And then I was like, "Okay, what's everybody doing?" And Tam's like, "Well, your dad and Brian are going back to the house. I gave them a list and they're going to take care of it all." I said, "Okay."
Oh, no.
And then I said, "I hope they stay quiet while I'm napping." And so they started doing everything, and I went upstairs and slept for 2 hours. I come back downstairs, they're both bent over that one toilet. My dad's like, "It's still hissing a little bit." I was like, "Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's way better than it was."
You're like, "Oh, hey guys. What are you doing?"
I know. "Hey, Dad, can you keep it down? I'm trying to have a nap here." So that's a bad look, though.
It's a tough look.
It's a bad look.
Good on your dad. Good on your brother-in-law. They are beauties for sure.
I think they like doing that stuff.
People that can do it and know how to do it. And they're like, you know what? Because for them, Dusty, it was probably like a 10-minute walk through Home Depot.
Yeah, they went to Canadian Tire.
Yeah.
They loved it.
And they got out of the house. They got away from their wives too.
Yeah,
That's true.
Technically, they did.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe they snuck away to the CBH or the banquet bar. Who knows?
To do that, right? Yeah.
You never know. But if you enjoy it and you're knowledgeable in it, it's usually not as bad as you think or not as hard of a fix.
So after everybody's sitting out back, and my dad's like, "We got that screen door working, sliding great." So I go to open it. It was stuck again a little bit, and I looked at him. I said, "Are you kidding me? You didn't even get this done." Unbelievable what these guys are up to.
Hey, Ed from Edmonton says the Jays game is in rain delay.
Really?
Any chance to add the Jays to your parlay?
Let's not get too carried away, you guys. We're not adjusting parlays just because, I was really looking forward to watching the Jays game while the oil stream was on.
Ian says, got in just in time for the $50 free bet on the Jays. Let's go.
Here we go. I sure hope today's not the day that they blow it.
Oh,
they're going for a franchise record 12.
They're fine.
And I sent our other parlay over to the boys. They said they're on it. It'll probably be up by the beginning of the oil stream, and we'll pass that number. Along to you as well.
Hey, Waddy in Cloverdale makes a very good point.
What's that?
He says, Dusty, I believe the green and gold EST hats were made for an occasion such as Sunday.
There you go.
You have that.
Yes, I got one, of course.
There you go.
Yeah.
Then you're just doing the thing and you're still repping the brand.
Great point.
That's a good point.
Yes. And then if there's any Lions fans who are complaining, I'm going, no,
it's my business.
Like, what are we?
I'm the boss.
Yes.
Get out of my head.
God, that's okay. That's good. Northside Sandwich says, I love going to my brother's and fixing his stuff. Makes him feel small. Clearly doesn't affect you the same way. No, I mean, I've been like handyman useless for 20 years. So it doesn't matter to me.
What could you fix?
Well, I told my dad that the toilet they were fixing, I tried to fix it 2 years ago and made it worse and then just left it.
Yeah.
So
what would you do first if you had to fix that toilet? What's the first thing you would do?
I'd probably change the chain thing.
No, you just have to shut off the water.
Oh, yeah. Shut off the water. Yeah.
Shut off the water.
That's another thing. So our basement toilet, I don't know what it is, but
this is
when we're gone for like 4 days, it floods the basement. Like the bathroom in the basement will come back. So now we have to shut off the water to that toilet anytime we're gone for like 3 or 4 days.
Oh, geez.
I don't know what it is. Like when we're flushing it regularly, it doesn't it doesn't flood.
That's the one your dad just fixed?
No, that was a different one. I guess Tammy didn't put it on the list.
Oh, God. Do you want me to come over and fix it?
Well, no.
That's a little bit more of a pressing issue.
We just remember to turn the water off when we leave. But I feel like it must be like filling over the bowl or something. I don't know.
Well, it's probably not like there's something clogged or it's not draining as fast as it's filling, clearly.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, no.
But usually, I use that bathroom regularly, so it's not a big deal. But
has Marshall had to turn the water on? When I was on a
4-day CFL road trip, I come back and Tammy's like, there's towels all over the basement bathroom. I said, what's this? She goes, it flooded. I said, why did you not flush it? So my house is a mess.
That is so good.
I got to get naps in.
You need naps.
I
yes.
do need naps.
And you didn't take a truck nap today, from what I understand?
Well, I tried to. I pulled over under that tree across the street.
Yeah, it's a good tree.
And I lay there for about 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I should probably get back.
Why? What'd you have to do?
Nothing. I just came back and chatted with the boys.
Yeah. It's too good of a day. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
You guys got a lot going on coming up on the oil stream, yeah?
Yeah, we're going to dive in. Well, obviously, we're going to dive into what the new guy had to say. So we'll get into that, some possible line combinations as well, what it means. So Trev this morning. And by the way, as soon as we can get Calder odds on Howard, we'll have them up and the city can smash it. So I'm going to message Jordan right away.
Nuts.
No way. No way. I think he takes a run at it. Trev asked this morning if he thinks he can score 30 goals.
Who was it from BP's Westgate that was there making all these bets? Tony from Westgate. Even Tony from Westgate wouldn't even ride with that, I don't think. If
Thomas
crazy.
Sex scores 25 goals, Tony will be unemployed. It's just that's the end of that story.
You got a lot of wagers out there.
All right, the oil stream is coming up next. Watch for that Lock Shop Partner Parlay to be up. I'm really excited to see the number. I keep refreshing it. It should be up probably in the next 5 minutes.
The all Alberta play.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good one.
Yeah, this is fun, Dustin.
Okay, and you guys have you know what's coming up on your guys' show later?
Obviously, we're gonna be talking about Isaac Howard a lot.
Yeah.
Drew Amanda's gonna pop on,
beauty,
and talk about it a bit. Talk about how things are going out for the Sultan of Saskatoon himself.
All right, that's gonna do it for Lock Shop today. Tommy and I on the oil stream right around the corner. We'll get to everybody's thoughts. It's gonna be a big oil stream today with the. A pretty significant trade last night made by the Edmonton Oilers. So we'll get into that. Thank you very much for joining us on Lock Shop today. Best of luck if you're riding with us tonight. Go Toronto Blue Jays, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.